All right, what's up, everybody? It's Ethan here, coming to you from Bowden, West Virginia. Not sure how to say the name of this little town. Also, the name of the cave. It's called Bowden Cave. That's where I'm going today. And I don't know how to say the name of the cave either. So if I am pronouncing that incorrectly, let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will. And, cringe, because I'm going to probably say it like at least 5 or 6 more times in this video. But anyway, I am the only one here right now. As you can see, it's a winter wonderland out here. This part of West Virginia, where I live in West Virginia, a couple hours from here, we only got like we got like 6 inches of snow earlier this week, and then we got a couple inches yesterday. This area's had like nearly 2 feet of snow, so I think like 20 inches at least. And there was even more actually when I was driving through Davis at a little higher elevation than here. But yeah, they've had a lot of snow here in the last few days. So I'm going into a cave to escape the snow. Genius, right? I honestly don't know what's going to happen here. I have been in this cave before, which is why I'm kind of more okay doing this right now. I do know this cave has a river in it. And so given that it's the middle of winter, I may not be able to get in very far because I may hit that section with the water and have to turn around right there, because I'd imagine the water's going to be pretty cold right now. You know, we'll see. It's all part of the adventure, right? There is a good little stretch of the cave before the first water crossing, as I almost slip and fall on my ass. But anyway, there is a good stretch of the cave before the first water crossing. So I think, either way, I'll get to show you guys some cool stuff in here. And I already scoped it out a little bit, and it's a tiny bit warmer inside the cave than it is out here. So I'm hoping that maybe means that the water temperature will be tolerable, but probably not. Anyway, I'm gonna go in. Here's the entrance right here, and I can't wait to show you guys this. Very cool. As I slip and fall again. I'm totally keeping all this in the video too, I don't care. But yeah, this is the entrance of the cave, and I'll show you guys as I get a little further in. But I got to go up there, do some belly crawling kind of over in that direction, and then it'll open right back up. All right, what's up, guys? I'm making my way through the cave, not making my way downtown. That was last weekend. It's a little tight in here, but here, I'll turn this down. It's not bad, honestly. It's really not too bad. Show ya. That's what we're looking at so far. And I gotta go straight through there. Right now I'm able to still crawl, but the closer I get to that spot there, it's gonna turn more into a slide or an army crawl, I guess. But once I get through that spot, it opens back up into a huge open room, and it's incredible in there. All right, well, here's the official entrance. Little sign. And little very rusty things holding this up. Which is always what you want to see, right? Just completely rusted out. Let me not touch those. And yeah, I can hear the water flowing. So let me go ahead and head in there. All right, I made it inside the bigger room. Just came from up there, a little out of sight. Big open space here. It's really cool. I love this cave. Sorry, I know you can't see me very well. Trying my best, but it's obviously pitch black in here. But man, it's really cool in here. Look at all that. Wow. I don't know what that is actually, if that's like, maybe like pyrite or something, I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably not gold. I don't know what that is, but wow, that is incredible. It's like, it's hard to see it very well on the camera, but it's a very like sparkly and shiny. I don't know what that is actually. It's not like embedded in the rock. It's just kind of sitting on the rock. That's interesting. I did not see that the last time I was in here. But you can hear that water flowing, so we're getting close to where the river is, and like I said, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to go through that section of the cave. But I'll find out. Alright guys, I found the river, or creek, whatever you want to call it. Man, so cool. And I love the fact that it's like so much warmer in here. Really cool how caves work. It's a place where you can warm up in the winter and cool off in the summer, I suppose. It's absolutely incredible in here. It's pretty muddy, and I am getting close to the spot where water crossings are going to start to become unavoidable. But yeah, you can look back. I want to go back a little ways here to show you just how incredible this big room is here. I wish I had my brighter flashlight. I don't. But look at this. I mean, just a huge open space here. So, you know, I'm gonna end up doing the whole cave, or you know, the part that's open. You know, at least do this first section here. Get to, you know, come see this room, because it's really cool. It's definitely, I mean, it's worth the trip down here just for that. Sorry, turn my light off for a second. All right, guys, this is the first of many water crossings. They actually got stones stacked up here to help you, but honestly, you probably gonna end up getting your feet wet anyway. You can see the water kind of goes into a canyon here, and I'm not honestly sure how long I can stay on this little bench up on the side here before I'm gonna be forced down in there and just have to follow the water. So let's see what happens. All right, the cave's starting to get a little more narrow again. I did that first water crossing. It actually wasn't too bad. And at least at the moment, it's dry in this section. This area clearly would be prone to flash flooding, but at the moment, it's not bad. And look at all those little knobs on the cave, little stalactites forming. God, what an awesome spot. For those of you who don't know, West Virginia has a lot of caves. Some of the biggest cave systems in the country are right here in this state. And some of them, like this one, are just totally open to the public, no fee, no special access required, nothing. It's pretty great. Now let's see where the hell I gotta go next. Okay, well, I just had a little crawl through there. Kind of back down under there and across. It wasn't too long though, so not bad. Sorry, I know the shadow of my hand is like getting in the way of me filming. I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. Looks like it's getting down pretty low again. I officially can't stand here either. So we'll see how far this goes before it opens back. I don't know if you can see me very well, but there's the ceiling. I'm crouched down, and there's the ceiling right there, about maybe 6 inches above my head. So it's not too bad. It's honestly not that bad, but you do have to crawl through here. All right, so I actually switched to the hand flashlight. I'm trying to conserve batteries on this one, so unless I absolutely need that one, I'm gonna stick to this for now. Like if I have to do some belly crawling or something, I'll turn that one back on, but when it's more easy terrain like this, I'm gonna keep this one on. I do have a couple changes of battery. These are fresh batteries I just put in before starting, and I got a couple changes of them too. And this one's already down below half battery, so definitely want to be careful about that. As a third backup, I do have my phone, but I prefer not to use that either. But anyway, you can see behind me, this flashlight works better for showing you guys more of the cave anyway. But yeah, you can see behind me, that's the way that the arrows are pointing. Honestly, I would have thought that it would be better to go like that way, but evidently not. Look at that though, incredible. There's like a ton of arrows pointing this way, so I'm gonna go. Oh my God, wow. Just turn the corner and it is so cool. That's just incredible. This reminds me of the some of the slot canyons in Utah, except obviously even more even more dangerous, I guess. But yeah, wow. Really cool stuff. All right, well, I just came out of that little narrow passage right there, and it opened back up into another big room. This is so awesome. What an incredible cave system already. You can see, came through there. It was a little narrow for a little while, but it gradually opened back up, and now there's room to stand up again, and it's nice and open, and there's a little bit of water here, but it's not too bad. This is actually turning out to be more mellow than I thought it would be so far. I assumed I'd have to do a lot of walking through water, and so far it's been just more like mud and dirt and shit like that. Yeah, that's really cool. I hear the water flowing again up ahead, so I'm guessing we join up with that main fork of the river or creek or whatever it is in a little bit here. Holy crap, you guys hear that? You can hear that water raging up ahead. We'll see if I can get past this spot. This might be the end of the line for me. Because wow, that sounds intense. Let's see what happens. All right, well, I met up with this creek again, and that noise I heard is right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a little underground waterfall right there. That is really cool. And it looks like the path keeps going up that way. So I might be able to avoid this water for a little bit longer. I don't know if you can see that, but over there, it's like more than knee deep. So the more I can avoid that water, the better. But yeah, look at this. Somebody left a scented candle in here. So good job to that guy. But yeah, wow, this is, I know I keep saying it, but this is just so cool, crazy. And tell me that isn't one of the coolest things you've ever seen right there. All these little underground waterfalls right in the middle of this cave. Crystal clear water. Oh my God, so beautiful. And it's just in this big, open, massive chamber. I tell you what, like one thing I really love about caving in West Virginia versus the little bit that I did back in like Texas and New Mexico is that here in West Virginia, the caves are more like, you know, big, fun, you know, like dungeon puzzles almost. Like if you ever played Legend of Zelda as a kid, it's like a real life version of a Legend of Zelda dungeon, except I guess without all the monsters. At least so far. I haven't seen any monsters yet. But yeah, it's just incredible. And you know, the ones I did in like New Mexico and Texas were all kind of like, I remember them just being like a claustrophobic, like nightmare-inducing mess. And so, and I'm sure there's caves like that in West Virginia too, but the ones that I've explored so far are really awesome. Wow, even more underground waterfalls. Look at that. That is so cool. Well, the water's definitely become pretty much unavoidable at this point. It's just a lot safer just to walk through the water in some spots than to try to avoid it. But the cave keeps going, so I'm gonna go, I don't know how much further I'm gonna go in. I mean, I heard that at some point the cave is like blocked off so you can't go in any further, but I don't know where that like boundary is. I mean, for all I know, it could be another like mile. So I'll go in a little bit further and I guess evaluate whether I want to keep going after that. Wow, look, the water's coming out through this like really tight little squeeze here. The cave keeps going, the larger area of the cave keeps going that direction. But I'm just gonna go in here just a tiny little bit, just take a look. Wow. Whew. Look at that. I suppose you could keep going back there. I'm not going to, but you definitely could if you wanted to. All right, guys. Well, I've gone a little bit further in here, and there's actually a ladder right behind me. That's the direction I came from back there. We left that creek again, but look at that. There's a ladder right there. I don't know. I think I've seen something about that ladder before. But I don't know if this means we're at the end of the rope here or not. I guess I'll go up here and investigate. All right, well, this is I've hit a dead end here. I think the cave used to keep going further through there. I mean, it still does, but I believe they blocked this off a while ago, which is why there's these big boulders wedged in there. But normally I think there's an underground waterfall through here, but as you can see, it's kind of just dripping water right now. Maybe when all that snow melts, it'll be a waterfall again. But yeah, wow, crazy. So this is pretty much like right after you climb up that ladder. I'll turn the corner here. You should be able to see it. There's a ladder right there. So it is a bit sketchy. Not the most secure ladder I've ever seen, but I mean, I'm a really big guy, and if I could climb up it, I'm sure that pretty much anyone else who would want to be in this cave could. All right, well, I hiked away from that ladder a little bit. There's a ladder over there. Let's try to come up here, see if there was any more cave back here, but it looks like it dead ends right up there. So, I mean, I guess unless I wanted to go into that area where the water goes, which I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's going to happen today, then that looks like it's about it. But I mean, you can see the cave does go up there. I mean, if you had like climbing and rappelling gear, you probably could go further in, but of course I don't have that. I mean, that looks like it's probably about, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 feet up. So think if you had climbing gear, you might be able to do it. I mean, you have to be a pretty good climber to climb out of here, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, I guess this means I'm going to start heading back. I'm going to try to find a place a little further back towards the cave entrance, maybe by those waterfalls, and have a little snack, because I just want to enjoy it in here. I mean, it's so incredible in here. Very chill. I mean, other than the sound of, like, you know, water flowing and dripping and stuff like that, there's no noise in here, nothing. It's really cool. All right, well, I can tell you this, you know, having been in this cave now in the middle of January, there's really no difference between the air temperature and like the air temperature and water temperature between now and when I did another very similar cave about a few miles from here back in October. It was pretty much just as cold, and the water temperature was pretty much exactly the same, so that's pretty nice. Definitely a good spot to go, I would say, in the winter time. I mean, as long as there's no risk of like flash flooding or something like that, which right now it's pretty cold out there still. So I mean, some of the snow is melting, but not enough to fill up this cave, that's for sure. As you can see, it's actually, in some of these areas here, there's really barely any water. It's only that main fork of the, you know, creek that goes through here that still has good flow to it. I'm going in here just a little bit. It's very tight. Giggity. Yeah, it's pretty narrow in here, and there's a lot of flowing water, so I'm not going in here very far. I'm down to crouching now, so I'm probably going to turn around, but wow, this is so cool in here. The air coming through here is like ice cold from all this water. Whew, look at that. Insane. But it is getting a little claustrophobic in here, and claustrophobia plus water, I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm gonna turn around. That's an interesting thing to see deep in a cave. Little weird looking, like, bloody handprints on the wall. I'm actually not even kidding. I mean, I'm assuming someone just did that as a prank. But, yeah, that's interesting to say the least. This is just a little side passage that I wanted to explore. It dead ends right there, but it's a cool thing to go check out, I guess. I didn't even see it on the way in. Oh, crazy. What does that say? The pussy off JMW? Johnny White? Oh, Johnny White. Everyone knows you're an asshole now. Congratulations. Well, not everyone, just me, I guess. I don't think many people come in here. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, life is funny because I almost made it out of the cave. I'm telling you, the cave exit is like right up ahead, or at least that section where you crawl through and then get to where the cave exit is. It's like right up ahead. I'm back in pretty much that initial big room now. And just as I thought I was free and clear of all the water and mud and everything, the last little patch of mud there, I slipped and fell some more, and I just got covered in mud and water. It is all over my pants, all over my sweater. So that is a perfect demonstration of why you should never bring any clothes that you care about into a cave. I mean, even like outdoor gear, like I have a lot of nice like outdoor gear clothes that I like to use for hiking and stuff like that, and I do not bring it into a cave. I wear crappy old like work shirts and, you know, a crappy old pair of shoes. You know, everything I'm wearing right now is stuff that I don't care that it just got covered in mud and water and shit. Because yeah, just a little life lesson for any us out there. But you can see here I am. This is pretty much back in the this is the big open room that was towards the entrance. I just passed that last or that first initial water crossing, and yeah, let me try not to fall one more time, because there still is a little bit of mud, and now that my shoes are all wet from being in that, from crossing that creek so many times, it's definitely making it a little more slippery. But here we are right here, that big rock cairn right there. It's right up there is the exit. All right, guys, well, holy shit, I made it out. There's the cave behind me, back into the darkness. But I'm done with that. And wow, it is so much colder out here right at the entrance than it was you know, just back in there. I could feel the cold air when I went through that little exit point. I could feel the cold air coming through. Sorry, my glasses are getting fogged up. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just absolutely covered in dirt and mud right now. All right, back in an area where I can stand up again. Woo. All right, well, that was insane. Really fun adventure, guys. There's looking back. Crazy. And there's the exit back into the snow, into the winter wonderland. Really, really cool little adventure there in the cave, guys. Bowden Cave, Bowden, like I said, I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but whatever. That was a really fun adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed, because I certainly did. And I'm definitely going to be doing some more fun adventures soon, and I'll keep you posted on those. I have a couple more non-hiking travel videos planned, kind of like the one I did in Baltimore, but not the same as that. It's going to be different, but you know, along those similar lines, I guess. And yeah, more hiking videos and caving and all that stuff too. So subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys soon.